time to talk about Power Season 3, Episode 5. Oh, this was probably the best episode, the episode I was waiting on, probably y'all was waiting on. Oh my god. This was probably the best episode ever to me. I'm just saying. I got my life. Shout out to y'all. I'm 50 Cent, y'all. But anyway, it starts off where Tommy is on paranoid status because he got drove. They just drive by on his ass and shot him. So he's paranoid as hell. He's scraping his gun. Holly comes up behind him. He's scared of shit, and she's still bugging him about they need to kill Ghost, yada yada yada. So Lobos don't fuck with them, whatever. So then he getting a text from Ghost, like, trying to check up on him, and she telling him to ignore it. We need to save ourselves. I'm like, shut up. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, Ghost, like, really came through for him, but he don't know this or whatever, so whatever. Angela and Ghost, they fucking. Last week it was Tommy and Holly. Now it's the other bitch that I don't like. So I wasn't interested. I just tuned out as they did it and was like, okay, when I hear them talking, then I'll look back. So then as they start talking, they were talking about him still being married, and I'm like, and you still fucking him, so what's the problem? And then she gets a text from Sax about they moving up the meeting with Louise, so she had to leave and go to work. So Lobos and Mike is talking about, and Lobos is pissed off and confused on how is Louise back. You told me he disappeared, now he appeared, and he going off on Mike. He like, you know what I'm saying? You need to fix this, and he was like, you need to get the hitman in the federal building. And Mike is like, I can't do that. Everybody have IDs, and even if I could, then you wouldn't be able to get to him. He was like, okay, well, I can kill you or your daughter first. Like, so he threatened Mike. I'm like, oh, hell no. So basically, Mike, you either do what you gotta do, or you or your daughter is gonna come up missing. Basically, Ghost and his lawyer, they're talking about a legal separation from Tasha, not a divorce, because his ass know better. Um, because he feel like as long as he stay married to Tasha, she can't testify against him. And I was like, shit, I ain't mad at him. But um, he doing this legal separation to make Angela happy, and I'm like, you're so stupid. But whatever. Greg and Angela, um, he even lived like across from her on fucking Creek. But he was talking about going after Ghost or whatever. And she like trying to talk him into just going after Lobos. Like, you don't need to go after Ghost. You just need to go after him. Like, you gonna fuck it up for everybody. And he don't want to hear that because it's like, bitch, you still protecting him. You need to let that go. And I'm sitting there like, bitch, stop trying to go after him like you ain't doing nothing wrong. Like, girl, shut up. Um, what else happened? Oh, Tariq and Tasha. She tells him he's spending the day with his daddy. He like, why? For what? I don't know. I don't want to. And he has a problem. He was like, what, is Angela too busy to hang with him? That's why he want to hang with me? And, Tasha tried to talk her son into, trying to smooth things over or whatever, but he still got to go hang with him, so whatever. As he was talking about his daddy overheard him not really wanting to be with him. So Angela's at work, and they're talking about a meeting with Luis or whatever, and Greg tells his boss they need to go after everybody. And Angela is trying to stop it, but the boss is with it. He was like, shit, if Luis will roll on everybody, it's fine. But their main concern is Lobos. Tommy and Holly, they still arguing about killing Ghost. And Tommy mama come over. I love me some Tommy mama. She is off the chain. Like, really off the chain. Dysfunctional at its best. Um, so so she comes by and she don't like Holly. She see that bitch is a bitch like we do. So she don't like her. She was like, who the hell is this? And she was like, I'm his girlfriend. And when she went like this and showed the ring or whatever, she was like, is that my mama ring? And he was like, and so he tried to smooth it over, like making his mama be nice or whatever. And I'm like, no, give it to her. I'm so here for this. I'm just saying. So, what else happened? So Ghost and Tariq, they at the club, and he gives Tariq tickets or whatever. And then Andre walks up and meet Tariq, and he tells Tariq that he's going to be Andre's assistant for the day, and he walks off. Then they shut down the federal building. They tell all the lawyers to leave out, but Ghost's lawyer made one of the dudes, security I think it was, hold the elevator so they could see who they were, the witness they was bringing in, and he sees that it's Ruiz. So I'm like, oh shit. And next thing you know, the boss didn't let Angela in the meeting. I don't know what he said to her, but he didn't end up letting her in the meeting. They end up walking off or whatever. They end up interviewing Luis. And then when they was coming at him about testifying to everybody, he was like, this is some bullshit. Like, I told y'all only logos. Like, this is some bullshit. They telling him they wanted him to be the criminal informant. He like, oh, hell no. So his lawyer was like, are y'all stupid or incompetent? What are y'all that y'all will walk him through the federal building where anybody can see him and tell him y'all want him to be a snitch? Like, hell no. So he asked them to leave him alone so they can talk or whatever. So the lawyer goes and Ghost's lawyer tells him about Luis being at the federal building. He was like, Angela didn't tell you, and he was like, no. So now Ghost pissed off that Angela didn't tell him about Luis being back, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? So now you gotta question her loyalty or whatever. And the lawyer was telling him like it's gonna be bad for Luis, but it was gonna be worse for you. So now they have to figure this out. And then the lawyer tells Ghost like she ain't got your back. So and then after that, he's gonna give them the separation papers. What? So Dre and Tariq is talking at the club, and he's telling Tariq about why he came to the club and his daughter or whatever. Okay, he was saying how he changed his life because of his daughter, and then they were talking about Sean, and he was saying how he felt like Ghost didn't care about Sean getting killed, and Dre had to tell him that his daddy really took it hard about Sean. So he was like, oh, really? Like he didn't really understand. I mean, like he didn't know that his daddy felt like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that kind of made Tariq feel a little bit better about his dad and Sean. Um, so then we see Holly. She texting the hitman about Ghost. Well, the hitman texts her, and he needed the address about Ghost or whatever. So Tommy's mom is asking Holly all these kind of questions about how did they meet or whatever. Next thing you know, these motherfuckers over here doing cocaine together like they usually do, mother and son dysfunctional shit. So they telling Holly to come and do some lines with them, and she says no, and they tripping like this is good shit. Like why you don't want to come and do some lines? Knock on the door. Tasha comes by with some paperwork or whatever, and she's happy to see the mama. The mama happy to see her. Then she was talking about she haven't seen Ghost or whatever. So then the mama, Tasha and Holly was talking, and she was telling her, she still haven't told Tommy or whatever about the pregnancy. Tasha ended up telling Tommy, no, Tasha ended up telling Holly where Ghost was, that he was at the club or whatever. Then she ended up leaving or whatever. So Greg and Louise, they're talking, and he was telling him how he would only give up Lobos, but Greg started threatening him about knowing about the hit that he made Tommy do about killing his girlfriend's boyfriend, and how he would get the death penalty and all this kind of stuff. Just threatening him, making him turn to go back and say that he knows the identity of Ghost. So I was like, oh gosh, he's so stupid. So Ghost is at the club. Security comes up to him with the drink to talk or whatever, and he's asking him about, following him outside the club or whatever. And Ghost was telling him, because he was like, you disappeared and all that kind of stuff, and Ghost was just letting him know, stay on the club. Don't follow me on my personal life no more. Just stay on the club. But we all know that Homeboy saw what he did. Ghost and Tariq is talking or whatever, and they're first talking about social media and Twitter and putting his, how to put his face out there or whatever. And next thing you know, they were talking about what's up with Tariq. Why is he acting the way he acting? What's up with his actions? And he was like, "You could talk to me. I'm just your father. You could talk to me." And Tariq just gave it to him, like, he was angry about the whole situation with Angela and how it went down and how he just moved out on them. You know what I'm saying? He didn't sit his kids down and talk to them. He just left, and how parents do. They don't talk to their kids, and they make rational decisions and do this, and the kids are left feeling fucked up. So he saw how angry his son was, and he was like, "I handled it wrong," and a man apologizes. So he apologized to his son. They hugged it out. It was a real cool moment. Mike and Sachs, well, our lawyers or whatever, they sitting there talking about Luis agreeing to go against Ghost. So Angela like, "Oh shit." Angela goes to Ghost like, "You need to get a lawyer." So he like, "So when was you gonna tell me about Louise?" "Oh, how did you know? How did you know?" Like, fuck all that. When were you gonna tell me? And so he goes off on her about not trusting her anymore. And he was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll fix it myself if I have to," basically. And she ended up texting, getting a text and leaving or whatever. Dre goes home to his baby. And Kanan is there holding the baby. And I'm like, "What baby mama?" They never showed what the fuck was the baby mama. Was she knocked out? Was she tied up? I don't know. But he sees Kanan holding the baby, and he gets instantly scared because he know Kanan crazy than a motherfucker. And Kanan is like walking towards the window like he gonna throw the little girl out the window. I was like, we do not need another. Was that for color girls? We do not need one of them motherfucking moments again. So please put that baby down. So he put that baby down, and he just like kind of basically threatened Dre or whatever. And Dre like let them know like he's getting close to Ghost or whatever, just trying to get his daughter up out of Kanan's hands. And I'm like, oh my god, like I was putting my hands over my head, like, oh my god, I really don't want to see that. Like that's fucked up. Like I don't even want that being enrolled in the storyline no more. Don't play with kids. I just don't like people playing with kids. Um, Angela's at work with Luis or whatever, and she goes and tells him like, basically, he tells her what Greg said. She tells him don't listen to Greg, and then she gives him like some little legal advice of what to say or whatever, and basically tell him go save his life. He like, what the fuck is going on? You tell me one thing, he telling me one thing, but she basically let him know like, nigga, I'm here on behalf of Ghost. He saved you. You better not say nothing, basically, and that's exactly what he did. So Tommy and Holly, they still arguing about who gonna kill Ghost, when they gonna kill Ghost. Mama's still there. She telling stories about how ghosts have always been there for Tommy, been saving him. The boys was beating him up when he was little, and Ghost saved him. So at that moment, that's when I think Tommy realized that it might have been Ghost that saved him. So then it was like a knock on the door, and Julio comes over and tells him about the Koreans and the whole church situation. So he like, oh shit. So he tells his mama to leave, and he was like, I gotta go. So Luis is with the DA people and telling him it's no deal on identity of Ghost. But he'll give a ass logos, but he don't know who Ghost is. So now Greg them pissed off or whatever. And he used them legal his lawyer used them legal terms where they couldn't go after him. So Mike tells Lobos to sign some papers for a transfer or whatever. So then Tommy comes and tells Holly that it wasn't Lobos, that it was oh, this was my part. Holly comes, Tommy comes home all excited and say it wasn't Lobos that did it, and he say how he think it was Ghost that saved him or whatever. But at the meantime, Holly had texted Hitman to go on and kill Ghost. So them two, they arguing about it or whatever, and she was like, I'm trying to stop him from, contacting Ghost, and she was telling him like I had to, save us, I had to do it, and as they're arguing, then you see Ghost and Tariq is in a car, and somebody kind of hit him from the back, so he gets out, and Tariq puts some earphones over his head. But when he gets out, the hitman, they get out the car with their guns drawn up on him. He looks back at his son like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna die in front of my fucking sons." So as he going through that with them, Holly and uh, Tommy is arguing, but the gun is okay. Let's go back to Ghost. He got the guns drawn on him. He just know it's over for him. They finna shoot, and as they finna shoot, his security come out of fucking nowhere and lay all them damn hitmen down. I said, "Oh hell to the yeah!" I was so excited. I was pumped up. Y'all don't even know how excited I was. Y'all probably was excited too, but I was so excited. And he was just stuck on stupid. They get out. They like, "Boss, we got this. Go, get in your car and go." He get in the car, tell Tariq he got to take him home. Tariq was like, "Wait a minute, you just gave me this ticket." He was like, "Shut up, put on your seatbelt. I gotta take you home," because that motherfucker's still frantic. So then you got Tommy and Holly. They arguing at home, and she was like, "It's too late. It's too late. I did it." So he was like, "What did you do? What did you do?" He going off on her, and she let him know that she put a hit out on him, and it's too late to save this homeboy. So they going off, and she was like, "Y'all not normal the way you are with Go." She just talking shit to him, and that she talking shit to him, he blanks the fuck out, and I was here for it. He blanked the fuck out, and he choked the life out of Holly, literally the life out. And I had mixed emotions because y'all know I wanted her to die. But I don't know if I wanted her to die from his hands because I know it's going to be fucked up on him and he already fucked up. But damn, I was like, yes, yes. But then I was like, damn, Tommy, fuck. You feel so bad. And he didn't notice what he was doing. And, I told y'all men don't be knowing their strength. So he didn't know what he was doing. And when he let his hands go, her ass just dropped. And he like, "Baby, get up. Baby, get up." And I'm like, "No, bitch, don't get up." But he like, "Baby, get up." And she just not getting up. She just not getting up. And I'm like, "Bitch, we still got like 15 more minutes of the show." I'm getting all excited. Y'all don't even know. I'm so excited for that bitch to die. I was so excited. Y'all don't, I was ready to stop the tape, stop watching it right then and there and just come and record and say, "Yes, that bitch is gone." I'm just saying. So then after all of that, what else happened? Oh, Lobos makes a call to Mike or whatever about the transfer of him or whatever. Lobos goes and I guess he gonna go give up everybody. So that's what Mike tells Angela. She goes back and tells Ghost that it's over. He good. Ain't nothing gonna happen to his ass. And he shows her the separation papers, and she all excited. So then Ghost goes to Tommy's house, breaks in, and he sees Tommy on the floor with the dead body, and Tommy just sitting there, and Tommy like, "Help me." I said, oh, they back together. I was so excited. They don't need to fight. They never needed to fight. They did not need to go at it, and I was so here for Ghost being there for Tommy at that moment, and they went and ditched the body. I don't know if they cut that bitch up, just threw in the river. I didn't even give a fuck at that moment. But he told him it was done. He gave him his ring back, like that bitch is gone. We ain't gotta worry about that hoe no more. But I think she might have to. She gonna taunt that nigga. But I was like, only reason why I was feeling bad because I was like, he don't even know that bitch was pregnant. I said, wow. And I think Tasha is going to be the one to spill the beans if that bitch was pregnant. Because, like, I don't know if they going to say she ran away and she going to spill the beans. But it ain't going to be cute when he find out that bitch was pregnant and he the one killed her. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's not going to be good. So, he tells them that the Koreans, he asked him, was the Koreans, was that you? And Ghost was like, yeah. So Ghost had said something about hitting somebody back, and Tommy tells him that Holly was the one that put the hit on him. So then they were talking about Lobos, and he was talking about they got to kill Lobos together. and Tommy was with it, and I was with it, and it's about to get even better. But I was like, y'all worried about Lobos, and y'all ain't gonna even see Kanan coming. I'm just saying, it was good as shit. This was a really, really good episode, and I was so here for it. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. Follow me on all social media by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE, and I will talk to y'all later.